Hey everybody, it's Matt here again. So last week we spoke about something that most of us never think about. What is an objection really? And more importantly, are they even a necessary part of the sales process? Well, we've all been taught that they are, but yet when we look at pretty much any area of our life, we realize that we ourselves, we really only give objections to people when we really don't want something. Now I want to switch gears here a little bit and ask a question that no one teaching sales really ever has us ask. It's a question like my story with the organic milk that will forever change how you look at objections. It's this question that years ago made me realize that it's a lot easier to make the sale when you can completely avoid objections in the first place. So have you ever considered this? Why do people give you objections? Well, I know that we just spoke about the fact that people, just like you and me, well, we give objections when we truly don't want to buy something. But today, we're going to dig a lot deeper. And we're going to get into the motivations driving their resistance and their intention not to buy from you. And we're going to look at these things through the lens of when you are somebody's prospect. And we're going to see exactly how we all do the exact same thing. But be prepared because we're not going to pull any punches today. I'm going to be very, very blunt. So I want you to take it to heart because it's the truth. And it's the truth that no one has had the guts to tell you. This changes today. Now, the first reason people give you objections, well, it's because people don't trust you. They don't. And this truth exists in proportion to how much you appear to be a salesperson to them. The more you look like one, the more you're going to get objections, and a lot of them. You and I both know that when we see a salesperson, there's a number of assumptions that we make. Number one, this salesperson, well, the salesperson has more to gain from making the sale than we do, and none of us wants to have someone get over on us. Add to this that we presume that whatever the benefits are that the salesperson is touting, well, they're typically overblown and they never live up to the hype. And in the end, we know that the salesperson's goal isn't primarily to solve our problems and make our lives better. It's to make the sale and to get that much closer to paying their bills. Now, I'll say that this isn't always actually true about salespeople. We're all generally good people who do want to help people. But in the end, this doesn't matter when there's an ironclad assumption that we're just trying to make the sale. Number two, they're afraid that when they tell their friends or family what they bought, they're going to get ridiculed and look foolish. And this proactive fear is one of the main things that keeps people from buying. In fact, this is the number one factor that drives people to tell you that they need to talk to their spouse or significant other or really anybody else. It's not because the other person is more knowledgeable about anything at all or even that this person has the green light to make the purchase, but it's to assuage this fear of looking stupid in front of those they care about the most. Now, the second reason people give you objections, well, it's because people are oppositional by nature. Now, this is huge. Do not overlook this. Now, we all have this thing inside of us. Maybe it's being skeptical, maybe it's being competitive, maybe it's the pride we have inside of us. But when we have someone tell us something that we weren't expecting, we immediately find a reason to write it off as wrong or just plain discount it. Now, if somebody tells you that they're smarter than you, what's your first thought? No, you're not. I mean, I just saw this last night when my wife was helping my daughter with her homework. Whenever my wife told her what she was doing was wrong, the daughter told her she didn't know what she was doing. Look, she's 11. It obviously wasn't based on her trying to determine whether she really did know more than my wife. It was just a visceral reaction. Think about the last time that somebody told you their take on something. Maybe it was politics, maybe religion, maybe something else like that. Well, we all immediately think this person is wrong. Maybe we come out and say it. Maybe we just think it inside. But in the end, we all tend to close our minds to what people are saying. And as quick as we are to do this to friends, to coworkers, and to family, we take it up a few notches even higher when the person doing this is a salesperson making their pitch to us. Again, would you rather just start from a yes and avoid objections altogether? Wouldn't it make a lot more sense, and wouldn't you make a lot more money if you didn't have to actually encounter these objections? Look, now that you know what objections really are, and we covered that last week and why people give them to you, and now you know why people give them, it's time to get to the goodies. And in the next video I'm going to give to you, you're going to learn some of my secret sauce. How you avoid objections in the first place. How you start making more money and spend a fraction of the time doing it. Look, make sure you don't miss this lesson. It's going to change everything for you. When you learn this particular thing, you're going to start to become more of an order taker than somebody who's trying to be a salesperson. Not only in your own life, but in how people perceive you. And when your prospects stop seeing you as a salesperson, and you can really get to it and really learn the things that you can do to avoid objections altogether, everything gets easier, you make more money, your confidence goes through the roof, and you're just going to love it. But we're going to have that in the next video, so I'll see you then.